is your host, Mr. Micro Mike, and tonight we have an excellent show for you folks. It's the opening night of the NFL. Heck yes! Finally, it's here. Let's go straight into introductions for tonight's panel. First, we have the man who appears in all Star Wars movies because he is the Force. What up, though, Luke G?
What up, though, man? What's going on, man? What's going on to the people, man? I am so excited that we officially have meaningful football. Could not ask for anything more. Man, let's get it.
Absolutely, man. The next man on the panel can run over a tank with a bike. What up, though, 313 J-Mo?
Man, I don't run over no tank with a bike. I run over a tank walking on the air, bro. I walk over the tank, man. I walk on the air out here, bro. This is what we do.
He said run over a tank with a bike.
Hey, man, that's kind of disrespectful to me, man. I use Nikes, dog. You know, I'm Air Jordan out here, man. What's good, everybody? How y'all doing?
The next guest is not on right now, so we'll have to wait. So right now, we're just going to go straight into the questions, and let's get it. Folks, the NFL is here with the Packers versus the Bears, and we need to do a roll call. J-Mo, you got me?
Yeah, I was about to say, what's up, everybody in the chat? James Willis, what up, though? Rocco P, what up, though? Blue and Silver Phantom, what up, though? Adam Bockhart, a.k.a. Beast Mode, what up, though? Kool-Aid and cornbread. What's good, man? I guess you're drinking that Lions Kool-Aid, man. I hope you got some Lions cornbread. Blue Jay, what's good? The Big Tate, what up, though? Antoine, what's good? Big Will, what's up? General G. Berry, what's good? Dominic Gomez, Stephen A. Smith, Kyle Webb, what's up? Make sure you guys like the video. Let's get ready for the show, man. It's going to be a quicker show tonight because y'all already know the game is coming on, but we're going to be here for about an hour and 15 minutes for you guys, man.
The NFL is here, and it's the Packers versus the Bears for the NFC North showdown for Week 1. How do you see this game playing out, and who do you got winning, Luke G?
You know what? I see this game. First of all, let me tell you who I got winning. I got the Bears winning the game. But I see this game playing out a little bit differently. I see it being a little bit sloppy. I think that this is going to be more about what each team's offense and defense is going to be. We're going to find out if the Bears defense is going to be able to recover losing their defensive coordinator and keep their strides with Chuck Pagano. And then we're going to find out if their offense has been revamped since they decided to dump a running back who I thought gave us problems in Jordan Howard. And they're going to go with Tariq Cohen. So we're going to find out if Tariq Cohen and Mike Davis is for real. In the case of the Packers, I see us looking at the Packers and finding out, are they going to be this return to high-flying offense? I doubt it. But how is the play calling going to be? And on the defensive side of the ball, did they make enough moves with Rashawn Gary, who I'm pretty sure is probably going to play or play in a limited role? But more so, what is Darryl Savage, the safety that they selected, going to be about, along with Adrian Amos? So I got the Bears snuffing the Packers early and winning just simply by playing good defense that's fast and establishing the dink and dunk offense that is Mitchell Trubisky.
Absolutely, man. And it'll be interesting to see, man. J-Mo, what do you got, man? What do you see happening tonight? Who you got winning?
You can hate me now, McKenzie. What up, though? Dominic Gomez, positively Detroit. What up, though? Abdul Terrell, One Proud 40. What's good? Now, see, this is the thing. I have the Bears winning, but I think the Packers don't win. I know I didn't make any sense. All of my football acumen tells me Bears are going to win this game, but the Packers can lose to Aaron Rodgers on one leg. I mean, not the Packers. The Bears can lose to Aaron Rodgers on one leg. We literally seen this man come off a cart and beat these dudes. Now, obviously, Khalil Mack wasn't in shape, so that was the reason for that. But I have a bad feeling about this game in the terms of my prediction because, like, I got the Bears winning, but I feel like if it's a tie game the last 5 minutes, Bears will find a way to choke. But regardless of all that, I think the Bears are going to win this game. Trubisky is going to be a game manager. I see that defense stopping the run game. And I don't think the Packers can beat them with the pass. I think Aaron Rodgers could throw over 300 yards. They could still lose. I think you want to beat this Bears team, you got to run the football. You He just won't work because once the goal line comes, you're gonna have to run that ball, and you're not gonna, with their defense, you're not gonna be able to score on them on the goal line. It's gonna be very tough.
Yeah, man. I got this game
Watch
playing
it.
out as what
What'd
up?
you say?
You went in and out for a minute. And so I was gonna say that I got the Bears winning this game. I just think their defense is going to be too much for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and I just think the Packers are overrated all around. They did get Montgomery in the draft for the Chicago Bears, and he's looked really good in preseason, and I think he'll get some yards today. I think they're going to go ahead and run the football and do. Mike, you change your note to Mega Mike. Sorry, I had to read that.
Okay, wow.
But so yeah, man, I have the Bears beating them. You got to have the defense. It's at Chicago, week 1. I think the Packers are going to have a bad season, in my opinion, compared to what the people in the media believe. The media think that they're going to be, a Super Bowl contender. I don't see that. I see them being a medium team, and I think Chicago's just got too much of a defense for Aaron Rodgers to handle. I know they got some good weapons on offense, but that defense is scary.
Yeah, back to what I was saying. Mitch Trubisky, I gotta see if he's that guy that can do something with the Bears. He's the main player I'm really watching, and I could care less about the Packers defense because we know that's not going to win them any games. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers. I'm focusing on Aaron Jones if they utilize him, because to me, Aaron Jones has always been a good running back. They just don't use him. Doesn't make any sense to me why they don't use him, to be honest with you. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna have my eyes glued to Mr. Trubisky because I don't think he's that guy. And everyone wants to give him that credit, like Deshaun Watson or Patty Mahomes wouldn't have won a Super Bowl with that team last year. But that's neither here nor there. Should be exciting. What's up, 313 Hitman? Top tier was good.
Mitchell Proper has a great comment. It says, "Puck the Fackers." I agree with that comment. I think the sentiment is very sound. I think the idea behind it is very proper for this situation. Okay, enough with the game about other teams. Let's just get straight to the Lions game because this is what we all came for. On Sunday, the Lions play the Cardinals. Who is your breakout player for this game, Luke G?
All right, so for me, the breakout player for this game, and I'll do one for both the Cardinals and one for the Lions, but for me, the breakout player for the Lions is, especially if we win in this game, is going to have to be Jelani Tavai. I think he needs to just completely show his value instantly right up front. That's going to give us a chance to help aid in shutting down the runs, forcing them to be one-dimensional, and giving problems and fits to Kyler Murray. I think they're going to blitz that man a lot. Like, he's going to get a lot of time getting the blitz on. So I expect him to do it. On the Arizona Cardinals, the guy that I think is going to break out, and he's going to have to, if the Arizona Cardinals are going to have any chance of beating us, it's going to have to be the tight end. Whoever that tight end may be, because I don't buy none of their tight ends. I don't buy none of them. But that's who it's going to have to be. It's going to have to be somebody in that tight end to try to get our linebackers in man-to-man coverage if they're going to try to win this game.
And that's a very sound point because when it comes to rookie quarterbacks and young quarterbacks, who do they like to go to when situations get tough? The tight end. And that's always helps out those rookie quarterbacks. So I can see them utilizing the tight end a lot, especially I think when it comes to our linebackers, that may be our weakest link again is the tight end spot, even though I think Jelani Tavai is going to cover up a lot of issues that we've had throughout the years. And I think he'll be much better in years past, but that is a very sound thought that you had there. JMO, who's your breakout player, man, and what do you see happening?
My breakout player isn't Tavai, but I would agree with that. But I'm going with TJ Hawkinson. I think, first of all, Marvin Jones is going to have a big game. I already said Kenny Golladay is going to have a big game, but I feel like one of them is just going to have such a huge game that it's going to open up a lot of things, and I see TJ Hawkinson going for at least 100 in the touchdown. I don't think they have anyone who can cover him. Like Terrell Suggs, no. Hassan Reddick, maybe, but he's hurt. Who's covering TJ Hawkinson and Jesse James? Who? They don't have a Tyrann Mathieu anymore. I don't see anybody that's going to be able to stop them. And I think the play action, I think Kerryon will have a really good game. So the play action is going to kill them. And TJ Hawkinson, man, he always open.
Absolutely. Folks, we have a guy who's joining us right now. The next guest creates hurricanes after eating Mexican food. What up, Go Noble Sports?
Wow, Mike. Wow, buddy. Wow. Hey, and that's kind of funny, Mike, because Mexican food is like one of my favorites. So you on point, brother.
I know we talk about those tacos all the time, man. So I made that one for you. So you haven't been in the discussion yet, man. So who do you got as a breakout player? Who do you have when it comes to Lions and Cardinals? Who's going to have a breakout game and someone for the chat to take a look at and watch for?
Well, I haven't talked about it so much on the videos. It's definitely TJ Hawkinson. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys. I think I heard J-Mo talk about it.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. I think that TJ Hawkinson is going to put the league on notice, man. I definitely think he's going to come out there and ball. And I also think Kerryon is going to carry on. You get what I mean? Carry on.
Woo,
he's going to be out there
y'all
running.
Making me, I swear, man, everyone is starting to make me hate his name because of that pun, man. Carry on, my wayward son, bro. Hold up. First of all, he's a black man. He ain't none of y'all white men wayward sons. Y'all need to stop.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but I definitely think that Kerryon is going to have an awesome game. I think he'll be able to rush over 100 on these guys because the defense now. One thing about the Cardinals is they do got two guys that's pretty lethal, and that's Chandler Jones and Terrell Suggs. We know what those two guys bring to the table, but somebody that was playing really well for them was Jordan Hicks. So that's another guy we're gonna have to watch out for. But other than that, man, I got TJ Hawkinson getting over. I got him catching about 6 or 7 balls, over 100 yards, and 1 score.
You know, it's interesting when you talk about Kerryon Johnson because I was watching the NFL Network today and I just started laughing because it said for fantasy players, people to start, and the number 2 player was Kerryon Johnson for running back, and the number 3 one was Kenny Galladay. Yet all we've heard in the media is how the Lions are not going to do well. Interestingly enough, that they're having our players on there to have breakout games. I wonder why.
Well, it's Stafford too. Stafford is almost a must pick for Sunday for fantasy people.
Yeah.
Well, listen, and I think what you gotta really look at is this is saying more about our opponent. It's more about what it's saying about the opponent that we're going against. Like, there's no reason why we should not be stuffing mud holes in them. It's just no way. Now, that leads me to my next one. Can we stuff a mud hole in those likes and get those likes up? We got 45 people in the chat. We got 18 likes. Let's get those up to 100% and get those likes up and stuff a mud hole in this so the legacy local media can learn to put some respect on our names.
Yeah, absolutely. I see Detroit Drew up there in the chat. Shout out to Detroit Drew and shout out to Drew. Brian, who I'm currently conversing with about the Chicago's linebackers. But shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah. You know, I was going to go ahead and say Kerryon Johnson's the breakout player. I mean, simply put, he's going to be running a lot come Sunday. That offensive line is really going to open up holes for him, and the threat of the tight end and the passing game is just going to make Kerryon Johnson have a great game. I think he's definitely getting over 100 yards. I think it's possible he gets a touchdown or 2. I just feel he's going to be utilized a lot in this game. But I'm going to go ahead and jump to the defensive line and say Snacks Harrison's going to have a breakout game because they're going to try to run the ball with Johnson. And I just feel our run defense is going to stop that with their porous offensive line. They're not going to be able to run it, and it's going to force a lot of passes and where we're going to get turnovers. And I feel Snacks Harrison is just going to put an end to their game plan when it comes to Johnson, and that's really going to help us win this game.
Yeah.
Shout out to Melvin Drew. What up, though? Elkai Productions. What up, though? Rich Law, we ain't forgot you, man. Don Bird, what up, though? Cole, I don't know your first name, but what up, though? Hitman was good.
Rich Law, Rocky P.
Okay, yeah, top tier said we don't mess with the law, Rich. You speaking facts right there.
Wow. Wow.
Y'all crazy.
Absolutely.
Y'all crazy. And listen, real quick note, I just want to put this out there. There's a few spots still left in the Pick'em League, so you still have time to join it if you want to get in the Pick'em League. You literally have up until 8/10. It is literally almost full. If you have not subscribed and got into the Pick'em League, go and look on Luke G's Fair Review page, and you're going to see where it says Big Announcement Pick'em League for fans. It's got all the information you need in there. You simply go in there and put the information in and join, and just at least get your pick in for tonight's game, and you can do the rest later.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. It's going to be fun too. It's going to be absolutely fun when I win, and I win all the prizes.
Okay, Mike. Okay.
Wow.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Saturday was for the birds, man. I'm with you. I did want to say something to Brian Smith. One of the main reasons why I have the Lions winning the division is I don't think never the linebacking corps can cover our tight ends. Now that's yet to remain to be seen, but I don't think they can.
Absolutely.
I mean, and I think they're winning the division too. I just look at what the Lions have done in terms of creating matchups, and that in and of itself tells me we should be able to take advantage of some people. I mean, you have to be able to, and I got a video coming out about it, but obviously you have to be able to see how our team really mesh up with these other teams. Like seriously, in the division, and it's really well. And if you don't believe me, you know, there's other people who are outside media sources who see what we see.
All right, if you don't believe us, check out my Why the Detroit Lions will win the division video. I literally break it down from an objective perspective, and matchups is one of the main reasons.
Yeah. I mean, when you have an offensive line that's really bad against a top defensive line, that's such a mismatch. And it all comes down to the lines in the trenches. And I tried to explain that to some of the Cardinal fans, and they thought I was crazy. But I'm like, look, man, if you have a bad offensive line going against a top defensive line, what do you think is going to happen? It's not going to be pretty.
Dude, hey, guys, I know what's going to happen. What week was it? Vikings week 6? That's what's going to happen when you have a bad offensive line. You're going against the elite defensive line. Vikings week 6. That's what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Or was it week 7? I think it was week 7 or week 6, whichever one. A nightmare week.
And this will take me to my next question. What are the concerns going into this game versus the Arizona Cardinals? What do you got, Noble? What is a concern for you?
Well, you know, my concern is, Mike, what has been all season long, and that's the offensive line, man. I am really thinking about that offensive line, man, because the trenches is where the games is won at. And if that offensive line comes to play and those guys gel together and everybody is doing their assignments, then I think we got a legit shot, man, to do some awesome things this season. But going into the Cardinals game, you guys know that the offensive line has to be one of our bread and butters that we have to get down, because we want to protect Matthew Stafford. We want to run the ball. We have already established what we want to do. We want to have a balanced attack, be able to run the ball down their throat, be able to throw the ball whenever we want to. We just want to impose our will on the Cardinals. You know what I mean? And that all is going to start from the offensive line. Taylor Decker doing his assignment. Graham Glasgow doing his thing. Frank Ragnow doing his thing, you know, and whoever else is out there, Joe Dahl. All of those guys doing their thing, man, and making sure that Stafford. I would I would really like this game. I would like for Stafford not to be sacked. How would that look?
That would
not
look great.
To get touched at all.
But you know what? Let me ask you this question though, TA, because I think you on to something. But let me ask you this question: do you really think the Cards got somebody to beat our offensive line? I feel like our offensive line, even if we didn't have Frank Ragnow, should have total control of the line of scrimmage.
Luke, that's easier said than done, but they do got two guys that's the best at rushing, pass rushing in the league, and that's Chandler Jones and Terrell Suggs. Those guys can get in there, believe me.
Yeah, but we've been facing Chandler Jones.
But if you're being asked to, if they're sending them, and then we're coming out in 11 personnel with the 2 tight ends and stuff. If they're sending them, isn't it going to be open season for just quick pass to the tight end?
Yeah, it should be. It should. I don't see why not.
I'm just saying.
But
you know what I'm saying? Don't overlook their team and just say like, okay, we should be able to carve these guys up. because I know we said that last year with the Jets game. Yeah, we should carve these guys up. We should be able to
see, I don't like when Lions fans try to relate this game to the Jets game. It's not the same at all.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same. No. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying we're going into the game. I'm saying don't go in there thinking that you.
That's what I'm saying though. Lions fans going in there thinking we was going to beat the Jets is way different from Lions fans coming in this game thinking we going to beat up on the Cardinals.
But J-Mo, what's different though?
Tell him. Wait, hold on.
One thing you on the road. That's different.
Tell our team. I'm gonna just say one player, Snacks Harrison. We lost that game because we didn't have Snacks Harrison. I know Stafford was throwing a million picks, but the thing was they kept they had like 200 yards rushing. I don't care how many picks Stafford throw, you got 200 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Snacks Harrison. Like that's and you know, also their hobble, it's no Patrick Peterson. Like it just doesn't make any sense. And what I think about is I agree with you because the offensive line going into our weakest cores right now is the linebacker and the O-line. So if you're worried about any of those cores being exposed, I'm not gonna argue with you, and I would side with you on the offensive line point.
Right.
All right, now we have 61 people in the chat. We got 31 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down. Shout out to the thumbs down guy.
We appreciate you.
Make sure you get those thumbs up so we can get that going. To me, the biggest difference, J-Mo, between last year's team and this year's team is the offseason. Matt Patricia came off of a Super Bowl winning season. He didn't have time to do much, so he just had to roll with what he had, which is probably why he capped the offensive coordinator, who is now the running back coach, which I don't know how because he don't run the ball. He's the running back coach for the Jets. And so to me, I think that was the biggest difference, being able to not have that. Like you said, there was no Snacks Harris in there. There was it was implementing a new defensive scheme. And on top of that, the other thing that is the biggest difference that there was Matt Patricia did like a joint practice with the Jets and didn't change none of the calls. So that shame on him for that.
Also, shout out to we got JT Sports, we got Rocco P, Carl Campbell. What up though? Ryan, what up though? JT Sports mentioned Buda Baker. That's why I started laughing because I remember what Kenny Galladay did to him in his first game. I ain't worried about Buda Baker. He took time.
And let's be honest.
Byron Murphy he definitely will be put to the test.
I'm way more worried. Well, I'm worried about Byron Murphy, but I respect Byron Murphy because I think
because he can make plays.
But Byron Murphy can't cover everybody.
No, he can't. He can't be everywhere. Nope.
And Byron Murphy's a great pick for them too as well.
He is.
I like Byron. Man.
But let's be honest about this, fellas. Let's be honest about this. You know, because I do think JT make a good point about Buda Baker, but Buda Baker is about what 5'8", 5'9"?
Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
okay,
he's a small safety. Yeah.
So
he's another Quantre Diggs out there.
I'm just saying, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. You got Buda Baker out there, but your starting cornerbacks for the Cardinals are going to be Tremaine Brock and Byron Murphy. You telling me that Marvin Jones and Kenny Galladay can't expose that? If they can't expose that, we need to go ahead and get new receivers ASAP. Okay, right. They need Kenny Galladay and Marvin Jones should be giving the rookie cornerback all kind of fits. The safety should be helping Byron Murphy a lot. So if the safety is helping Byron Murphy a lot, again, exposure from tight ends.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I will agree with something JT said about Jordan Hicks. He's a solid player.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He might be the best player on defense.
Yeah, he's not keeping up with no Jesse James and TJ Hawkinson. Listen, this game across the board is a mismatch. Okay, there is no way. I repeat, there is no way that this game should be close. I was getting messages for saying things like, I want double-digit wins, and I'm telling people like, come on, y'all should be on the same page with me. I had people telling me like, man, you know, you don't want to sleep on them. No, you're wrong. I'm in full coma mode. Not only am I asleep, I'm not trying to hear it. This should be a total beatdown.
Yeah, Luke, I hear you, man. I hear your aspirations, man.
Wait, Luke. So you saying we the 2017 Warriors and they the Knicks? That's what you saying?
I'm saying that you should be able to set your clock to this win. That's what I'm saying. If this team is a legitimate division winning team, you should be in a coma with me because this should be a total matchup nightmare for them. We should be able to generate pressure and confuse the rookie quarterback who's going to do a lot of running, but all that running comes with a price. And all it's going to take is a good hit.
If you want to be a playoff team, you have to blow this team out. You can't just win. You want to be a playoff team, you got to beat them by at least 14. That's just the way I feel.
You have to.
All right, Maestro. You've been chilling, man.
Well, there is a concern that I have for this game, and my concern is penalty and flags. I think that is the number one concern because, look, in the preseason, we're getting a lot of flags, whether it be on us or just the referees, and it seems like every game there's moronic flags that get thrown, and it really hurts the momentum of a drive and the momentum of a game. I am concerned about that, and I'm absolutely tired of officials destroying the game and destroying my Lions from making a win and going to the playoffs. And I could see that happening, and it really would piss me off.
And I'm a piggyback a little bit something off that mic. One thing that I want to see with the Lions, and I've seen this from them for several seasons, is starting off slow. I'm tired of starting off slow. I'm ready to start punching people in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep starting off slow.
Right.
Every time we going down for field goals, I don't want to keep making field goals all the time. Let's get in the end zone. That's the reason why we got this offense. That's the reason why we went and got Darrell Bevel to be able to score in the red zone. Hawkinson and Jesse James must be utilized. Kenny Golladay, he has to be utilized. You know what I mean, fellas?
Now,
number one can I do something or number really two?
Go ahead.
This game. Go ahead.
Let me do something really quick because I think JT points out something. And listen, people understand something. Me and JT Sports are all love, man. This young man knows his sport, so I respect when he talks. But he says if the Lions don't beat down the Cardinals, I wouldn't be that concerned for the Lions. It's week 1. Patriots started a few seasons slow and make the playoffs. So here's the problem, JT. We're not the Patriots.
I was just about to say that's the Patriots.
We're not the Patriots, JT. In fact, JT, here's how bad this is, JT. It's so pivotal that this game needs to be a beatdown because it needs to establish something. For the last, I don't even know how long it's been, a couple years, we're going to say, the Lions have done a good job of starting off slow. If this team is to be any different, to be competitive, to be anything special, to be anything different, they need to come out hot, fast, aggressive, disrespectful, and unlawful. They need to be some renegades when it comes to this. The thing that I'm looking for and why I'm saying that this game can't be close is if you're struggling to beat this team is the team you're struggling to beat, then how do I expect you to beat the Kansas City Chiefs? How do I expect you to beat Green Bay? When I look at this game,
Green Bay, we always beat them.
I get that, but all you got to do is ask yourself this one question. Ask yourself this question. What's going to be a tougher game? Arizona Cardinals or the San Diego Chargers? You're going to more likely say the Chargers. Philadelphia Eagles or the Arizona Cardinals? You're going to say the Eagles. The Bears or the Cardinals? You're going to say the Bears. The Kansas City Chiefs or the Cardinals? When I go through this list of all the games we're going to play after the Cardinals, this got to be one of the easiest wins we're going to have.
Matthew Stafford shouldn't be playing in the fourth quarter type game. This is the type of game that it needs to be. But one of my main keys from this game, what Noble was saying, is converting third downs. We have to convert our first third down and keep moving on from there. Because I already know the Cardinals are so bad. The Lions could play one of their worst games ever if they don't turn the ball over and still win. But we're not about that. And you beat the Cardinals by 7 points. We ain't beating the Chargers. I said it right now. We're gonna end up losing.
And if we can't beat the Cardinals down, look at the schedule we have. You got Kansas City Chiefs, you got the Chargers, you got,
and it's gonna be a track meet. It's gonna be a track meet when you go against the Chiefs. You better believe that.
No, that's what I said. I hope Jared Davis is healthy for that game.
With all the disrespect,
you better have your track shoes that day because it's gonna be a track meet, baby.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. And with all the disrespect we've received,
preach, Mike.
They have to show up. They have to show out there and destroy the team because, look, we're very talented on roster. We got weapons on offense. We got weapons on defense and special teams. We've been disrespected by everybody in the NFL, whether it be commentators, players from other teams, as well as fans from other teams. We're tired of it. And they need to come out there and take their foot and shove it so far up down their throat that every team in the NFL gives respect back to us and to not assume we're just some team to get kicked on anymore.
Yes,
I did want to say one thing with Mike giving us his military, Mike in the military voice, right? I did want to say one thing, though, that's very ironic to me compared to last year, because I remember last year, Lions fans were very, very cocky, very, very arrogant, and we talked so much smack to them Jets fans. I'm including myself, I was talking smack. And now it's kind of reversed. These Arizona Cardinals fans is really coming out the woodwork like, yeah, we about to beat y'all. I'm like, okay, this happened to us last year. Prepare for the nightmare.
And I'm telling you, it's just one of them things where, man, like I got videos coming out after we get done with everything. I want y'all to check them out. But I'm telling you, I mean, the comments I'm getting, I'm like, y'all don't understand. The Lions, if they're going to be different, listen, you got computers saying you're going to be a dumpster fire, 0-11, firing people, and not even making the offensive coordinator the head coach, but making a guy who's almost on his way to having the head coach. And then you got I'm just saying.
Hey, Paul P. a legend, man.
I'm just saying. And then you got the Detroit Free Press, who out here giving the highest record somebody gave came from Windsor, which was 9-7, but everybody else was 8-8 or 6-10. Yeah. You got nothing but total disrespect for this game. The Detroit Lions, if ever there's a time to let the media and everybody else for the rest of the season know, you in for a long season when you play us. This is the game. It has to be the game. And with that being said, we got 67 people in the chat, 44 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down. Let's get those likes up, people, and let's show them that not only do we have faith in this team, especially in this game, with this game, we need to show them that in the media, we're not going to tolerate lazy journalism anymore. We're not going to do it.
Before we move on, I do want to say this is a game that isn't on national TV, but this is a nationally televised game. Everyone is just like with Sam Darnold. Everyone is going to be watching this game because it's Kyler Murray's first game.
What?
So that's why we gotta go and beat them, 50-7, and be like, "Yo, Kyler Murray, switch to baseball, my G."
The game I remember,
like everyone is going to be watching this game.
There's a game I remember a couple years ago where the Lions played the Denver Broncos and it was Tim Tebow, and we beat them down like none other. Yeah. That's what I want to see come Sunday afternoon. And so when Skip Bayless and all these other people talk, they can no longer say the Lions are just some team. No, they beat them down. That's what I want to see, a beat down.
Well, you know they're going to say it's just the Cardinals, though. But after we beat Patrick Mahomes or Carson Wentz, the media darlings, then they're going to be talking.
Yeah, but even if it is just the Cardinals, guess what? I'm with them. It's just the Cardinals. Beat them like they Cardinals. Cats kill birds every day. You don't believe me? I see it all the time. This should be what the reality should be, man. Go ahead, TA.
Yeah, and the thing about Kyler Murray is, you know what I'm saying, if the Lions happen to lose to him, you know how much press Kyler Murray finna get? If the Cardinals are able to beat the Lions, this guy finna get so much press, so much love. He's gonna be the next Russell Wilson 2.0. Man, it's just gonna be bananas, man. And the biggest thing is, today I listened to Chat Sports, and Chat Sports said something about us. They was doing their power rankings, and I was listening in on them, and they pretty much put the Lions at 27th in the NFL. Yeah. And one of the guys on there happened to mention, and he said, "I don't believe in Stafford. That's the reason why the Lions are at the position at 27. I don't believe in Stafford."
You know what's funny, Noble? I'm so glad you said that because last show I was supposed to make this point. I forgot to make this point. Every Lions fan who think we're going to be good this year believes in Stafford. And everyone who doesn't think we're going to be good this year, they don't believe in Stafford. So all the Lions fans is like, we going 6-10, 5-11. Y'all don't believe it. That's what I noticed. Because every Lions fan I talk to that think we're going to be good believe in Stafford. And when you just made that point, he think we're going to be 27th because he doesn't believe in Stafford. Now, if you don't believe in Stafford, that's your prerogative. I would understand that from, whatever. I don't need to argue.
But you know what that is, though? Those same people you talk to, though, J-Mo, those same people you talk to, every time they come to you and say that, make sure you get them a number to some type of psychiatrist or therapist so they can get past the trauma. Because this is a new season. This is a whole new season.
So you saying they need to sit on the couch, huh?
Yeah, they need a nice rest on the lone couch, because I'm telling you, the trauma ain't that real. Football change every year. I see it all the time. The Rams went from 0 to the top. I see it every year. It's always
somebody. You know, with Stafford, it's not a 1 year thing now.
But it don't have to be a 1 year thing. What it has to be is what it has to be is right now everybody is 0-0. There are 2 teams in your division playing tonight. One of them getting the L. That's brilliant for you, and you get to play them 2 to add to their L column. So at the end of the day, the fans need to get out their own way. Stop listening to radio talk shows. Stop reading bad media and start using their brain. If you can't see that this team is better, and it's really boiled down to this question: is this team better than last year's team? If you're looking at them right now, if the answer is yes, and you still feel like, well, I can't believe this because they got Stafford, go find a couch. Find a good therapist and get your mental together, because you're probably depressed. And I don't want you depressed. I want you to get help for that problem.
But you know, Lions fans probably lead the nation in depression. So
man,
Lions fans and Cardinals fans.
No joke. How I got my current job, they asked me a question. They said, Mike, how do you deal with disappointment? And I said, I'm a Detroit Lions fan. And the whole panel started laughing. I was asking me the question.
Right, that boy Mike got that job.
That sums it up, Mike.
That's serious, and that was a serious question, and it was the truth. But now let me jump to another question, though. What player from the Cardinals should the Lions keep an eye on that could cause us some trouble? Let's go, J-Mo.
I'm gonna say David Johnson, because I think David Johnson is the best player on their team right now. Healthy, otherwise it would be Patrick Peterson. But I don't really fear David Johnson. I mean, we broke him into a million pieces last time he faced us. But from a perspective of his talent, how they like to split him out wide, and we don't have Jared Davis. We got some younger guys. If any player I'm gonna be concerned with is David Johnson, because the only way we can lose this game is if they run the ball all over us. We're not going to lose this game any other way. Like, we could have multiple turnovers and still win, but if they run in that ball, we'll lose. And that's why I'm going to talk about David Johnson.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good point. Luke G, who you got, man?
It's the tight end. I'm telling you, you want to put pressure on us. Get a tight end that's going to cause our guys havoc. I'm not so sure that our linebackers are going to be able to lock down and coverage those tight ends. If we keep the tight end at bay, their next best option is going to be to run. They not running against Trey Flowers, Mike Daniels, Snacks Harrison, Deshaun Hand. They not doing that. They're not running against Ashawn Robinson and them. They not doing that. So guess what they're going to have to do? They're going to have to find a way to move around, move the pocket, and get the ball to the tight end. He cannot get off. The tight end needs to be neutralized from every fashion of the way. Now, I do like Adam's take where he says, talking about the Andy Isabella, but guess what? Yeah, I'll take Coleman against a rookie receiver, But and then Adam says, "Tell me who the tight end is in the Cards." Man, we don't need to know because they nobodies. But I'm just saying. You don't want those nobodies having a good game against us, and that would be where they need to attack us at. They need to attack us with the tight end.
Okay, now I'm gonna talk about from my perspective, because I got a chance to see these guys. A couple guys that we need to watch out for. One of the guys got hurt, so he's not gonna play. But I'm gonna just put it with the wide receivers. A guy that we definitely need to watch is Keyshawn Johnson and Bird. It's a guy named Bird that's on the team, and Johnson. Those two guys can make some plays, along with Larry Fitzgerald, and now Michael Crabtree is on the team as well. We're not too much afraid of them and worried about them, but those young guys that they got, like Andy Isabella, who I've seen fly past people, Andy Isabella really got jets, and he can fly. And I seen this guy miss several catches that he probably should have had. But because of the timing of the throw, the ball was off. So definitely we're going to have to watch Andy Isabella. And you want to watch Keyshawn Johnson because this guy is sneaky good.
No, I like Keyshawn.
I mean, but I think you're right. I think you're right, TA. I'm not knocking what you're saying, but just because the guy can fly don't mean nothing. R. Kelly can fly, and he on his way flying to a prison, so I can care less. So you said it best. The man, the timing should not be there. The air raid offense runs off a lot of mesh concepts, and it runs off a lot of crossing routes where it try to pick the defender off. This is nothing new for this team. He can fly all he wants, but the one thing about people who fly, at some point you got to touch the ground. Birds got to do it. Everybody got to do it.
G. Berry says, I seen Tracy Walker fly too, but no, I do like Keyshawn Johnson. I think he's really good. But Anthony Isabella, as you just alluded to, I've been hearing he's been struggling in training camp and been dropping passes and stuff. So
that's only been. I think that's been he caught one nice bomb in the preseason, but his speed is ridiculous. Like, I mean, the thing of it is that I think because he's a rookie, he's gonna make a lot of rookie mistakes out there. But the guy can fly and he can get down the field. But
I just hope Slay not on Keyshawn Johnson, because you know what happened when Slay get on the no-name receivers. So put somebody else on him.
The receivers is probably going to more than likely be. They're going to come out with Larry Fitzgerald. He's going to still probably play the slot, but knowing Kingsbury, he's going to push him out to the 2. So Kirk Christian is going to probably be the 1. Fitzgerald's going to be the 2, and then Keyshawn's probably going to be your 3 with an occasional sprinkle in of Isabella, because there's going to be a lot of 4 receiver.
All right, Justin Coleman. I need a big game for you, Justin Coleman. I need a big game for you.
This is why I keep saying we should eat. We need to listen.
Yeah.
Listen, we need to be eating like this is a food competition, and whoever get the most hot dogs down win. This is not one of them games that I'm looking for us to just be close. I don't want us to just be competitive. I want us to make a statement.
Yeah.
This should be bully. This should be bully football. Now we got 70 people in the chat. 52 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down. Let's get those thumbs up, man. So we can start to fly too. So get those thumbs up and get this thing going, man. For real. So that way that this thing gets circulation. So if you have not hit that thumbs up, put the thumbs up in there. And if you have hit the thumbs up button already, give me a thumbs up in the chat just to let us know you still rocking with us.
We got Dim Sum, who says he caught us live for the first time. I'm glad you could join us, man.
Hey, welcome, man. Welcome.
Absolutely, man. And let's switch a little bit of subject and jump to the Lions rookies. What Lions rookie do you have an eye on, and who is going to fare really well this game? Who do you got, Luke G?
I'm sorry. I ain't going to lie to you. I missed that because I was reading the comment. My apologies.
The Lions rookie in this game, when it comes to the Arizona, what Lions rookie is going to stand out and fare the best?
Oh, y'all gonna love this. It's y'all gonna love this. Okay.
Don't take mine, Luke. Don't take it.
It's gonna be Ty Johnson. It's gonna be Ty.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why it's gonna be Ty Johnson.
Okay.
You're gonna see a few times where we're gonna come out with Ty Johnson and Kerryon in the backfield, and everybody's gonna expect for Ty to roll out the backfield. Kerryon gonna take off, and Ty gonna sneak out in a delay route and gonna cause havoc. It's going to be Ty Johnson. I think Ty Johnson going to get his touches this game, and they're going to play around with some stuff on special teams where they mix him in there. But it has to be Ty Johnson. I know TJ is expected to have a big game, but given the fact that Jesse James is starting first, I think TJ is going to primarily be in when we on those running downs, and we're going to be running the ball. Time of possession is the name of the game, people. Time of possession.
Jesse James was confirmed the starter?
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably is.
You go to every depth chart and everything that's been reported, he's the starter.
Unless they got them coming out in 2 tight end sets.
Man, he's a starter on paper. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But,
okay, he's gonna be a starter in the game too.
No, yeah, but he won't be getting them starting reps. Watch.
Absolutely will.
Amani Awori is who I'm going with, because I don't know what's going on with Rashawn Melvin right now. I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to throw Amani out into the fire, but I feel like if you're going to throw him out into the fire in any game, it would be this game.
Yeah, it will be.
Where it's the Arizona Cardinals.
Murphy against Warrior.
Yeah, I'm not throwing Warrior against them Chargers receivers or Eagles receivers. But this game, I think he can have a good game. I just want to see him play solid. and just don't give up touchdowns. And that's all I expect him to play well if he gets playing time. I don't know.
Let me ask you this, J-Mo. Just food for thought. Do you think they'll give Amani that playing time before Mike Ford?
No, we already discussed this before. I would rather have Mike Ford out there, but I think Amani's going to get some playing time.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, listen.
Yeah,
hey,
I would let him
get it.
I would let him get some game action.
Situational spots, exactly. And especially if we're doing really well and we're ahead big time, throw him in there in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
And the thing about when J-Mo said that, the thing about Amani is he keeps himself up with the receivers.
Right.
He's stride for stride. Only thing Amani
turn
has
that head
to do
around.
Is turn that head.
Yep. Turn that head around,
man, and he gonna have a pick every time because he's right with the receivers. He just got to learn how to turn his head around. That's it.
Now, the best thing about that, TA, and you know this is one of the things, because me and TA one day was up one night, and he was like, man, I don't know what your thing is with Greedy Williams. And I said, well, we're going to watch it on film together. And he just looked at it and he was like, all right, okay. All right. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying there. Okay. And I told him, I said, it's those little technical things that I look at, like turning your head around, that's important. So, and TA played corner, so he knows how important it is to read body language and get that head around. That's what you want to do.
You got to get your head around, man.
Yeah, so you got to do that. But I can tell you this much, man. The question of if Amani getting in it would be good, because this would be the team. If you're going to toss him out there to the Wolves, this would be it. This has to be.
So is let me ask guys, is Melvin, is he injured?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
on the injury. He's on the injury report.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely playing Amani. I'm definitely putting Amani.
Well, I would play Mike Ford first.
Yeah, I would
play Amani later on. But Mike, man, who is your rookie, man?
Go ahead.
Well, I know Noble hasn't gone yet, so I'm going to go ahead and throw it to Noble, and then I'll do my take.
Well, I thought you was talking about Amani.
Oh, no.
You were?
No, I was just elaborating off your question, Jimmo.
Okay. Do you got anyone there, Noble?
Yeah, I got one. The person I'm going to get, it's Jelani. It's Jelani Tavai. And the reason why it's Jelani, because a lot of people Jelani Tavai was a mystery pick to everybody. And just like I heard him say, yeah, he said pretty much I got to go out there and prove something. You know what I'm saying? That I can play with these guys, that I belong with the pros. And when he said that statement, man, I already knew that this guy is ready to go. And I can't wait to see him out there. I know sometimes he's going to over pursue at times and sometimes be out of place. But I definitely think that this is going to be a standout game for him to be able to recognize that he belongs with the pros. And just because you go to Hawaii doesn't mean that you can't come into the National Football League and give these guys the business.
Absolutely, man. And he's
you
going to
wasn't
be
on. I was say you weren't on earlier, but that's what Luke was saying earlier. TA.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta have that. You gotta have that same love. Now we got 74. We got as high as 78. We're trying to break that record. Go and tell a friend to come check out the DSA and Micro Mike's channel and get those likes up, people. Get those likes up. We got 60 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down. That's a total of 61 people. I know we got more people in here. Let's get those thumbs up and get this thing rocking.
And that's guys, go ahead. Yo, go ahead.
Yeah, guys, and also, guys, make sure when you come into the room, just get the like up right away, baby. As soon as you come into the room, into the chat room, just get the likes up, baby. That's how we doing this thing, man. So we can get this content out to you guys.
And you know what's nice is I went to everybody about the rookie, and no one picked the guy who I wanted to pick, the easiest choice of them all, Mr. TJ Hawkinson. Yeah. I think TJ. Thanks, fellas.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
I think TJ Hawkins is going to have a big impact in this game. And I'm not just talking about catching the ball. I'm talking about him blocking and pushing that pile for Kerryon Johnson. Wow. The guy on the field is going to block well. He's going to keep Stafford upright, at least help him out. And he's going to block and give Kerryon Johnson a bigger hold than we've seen in years past. And we're going to get that ball moving on the ground like Smash Mouth. And then, of course, we're going to get against Stafford, play action, and tight end. Mr. TJ Hawkinson's going to get hit with a couple big yards, and I see him having a fantastic game and a touchdown and beginning his campaign to go to the Pro Bowl.
Well, I mean, you already know I'm basically the president of the TJ Hawkinson fan club, so I'm just tired of talking about him at this point.
Wait a minute. When did you become the president?
Because ever since we got him, I told you TJ was gonna have 1,000 yards. I said he was making the Pro Bowl. I said at OTAs, I was like, yeah, look, this is gonna happen. I was like, TJ gonna fry everybody in training camp, he gonna fry everybody in joint practices, and he gonna fry everybody in preseason, and he gonna do it in the regular season. I said that.
Okay.
And I'm with it.
I just want to know when you became the president. That's all I asked, man.
Hey, man, I'm the president now, man. You the pioneer, man. You started the organization. You got me to be a part of the TJ Hawkinson organization.
Right,
hey,
right.
You know, I took it over.
Listen, I've been doing my investigative work, J-Mo. You know this. You know I've been doing my investigative work. I think, J-Mo, and it's going to boil down to what this guy do in his workout, but I think you're going to see Chris Lacy up off this roster because if
off the roster. I thought you were about to say see Chris Lacy in the game.
No. If Laquan Treadwell come in and do his workout the way that he's supposed to, because they're going to have him running specific routes that they're going to want him to run in the game, he just got to nail that, and I believe he will. I think you will see Chris Lacy off this roster for him to make the team. So just food for thought. I think you're gonna get your
good because I like I said, I like Laquan Treadwell. He never had a lot of opportunity in Minnesota, and then he had Sam Bradford and Case Keenum throwing to him. Like, what are you gonna do with that? You know?
Yeah.
All right, folks. I want you to start thinking about some questions and throw it our way. I'm going to do one last quick question for the panel, and then you guys are taking over. Quick question, man. Final score, J-Mo. What's the final score Sunday?
The final score is 40-13.
Woo! Holy hell, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm jumping way out of pocket. I think it's gonna be one of them games where the whole team is on all cylinders.
Noble Sports, man, what you got?
I got 35-17.
35-17. Wow, that's almost exactly like the prediction I predicted.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm playing. Luke G, man, what you got?
Buddy.
I'm gonna take the disrespect that ESPN put out there and put it back on them. 36-10 Detroit Lions.
Woo! Now that is a nice killer right there. I'm telling you what, man. I hope it happens because these Arizona Cardinals fans been jumping down my throat ever since I dropped that video down, and so I'm really hoping for a nice.
Bro, you got so many dislikes. They were so mad in the comments.
They were,
man. No, you think the Lions are going to beat us? No, buddy.
Yeah, man. I love it, man. It's fueling my fire, and of course they're gonna dislike the video because I had the Lions winning that game, 33-17, and they took that as disrespect.
But
and
Mike,
I just took that as fact.
Right? You know why though, Mike? Even when I watched the video, you started out real good, and I really felt like you was leading towards saying that the Cardinals were going to win. When you got to the end and hit them with that reality, it was like, oh, what the hell did I just sit here and watch?
That's what the first 5 minutes you was talking about. Now he was talking about how good the Cardinals were and stuff.
Yeah, he had them in there, man. He had them feeling good about themselves, and then he stuck the knife in them. And that's when. That's when he was like,
as soon as they turned their back, Mike stuck the. Oh man!
Hey, and I made sure when I put it in there, I turned it sideways, went up a little bit, went down, watched the guts fall right out, and the smiles on their face turned to frowns.
And walked away. Wow, man!
Absolutely, man. So, chat, man, give me some questions. We are ready to answer some of your questions. This is your segment right now. Yep. And if you have not liked that video, please do so. Also, very important, if you have not subscribed to any of the DSA members here, please do so. JMO, 313 JMO is a guy who brings straight facts, whether people like it or not. He is not going to bow down to anyone. He's just going to tell it like it is, and that's why we love him. We got Noble Sports, the guy who simply talks sports, and that's it. He is the individual who brings it all, NFL teams, and he loves talking anything, everything, NFL, even college, and even some scouting the high school players out. And, of course, the field general himself, Luke G., the mastermind behind the DSA. Make sure you subscribe to him, and that's how it will be, and we can take on the media and crush the mainstream folks. Let's see. Stephen A. Smith says...
No, I just read that. That was hilarious.
I'm doing this one, man. Stephen A. Smith says, if you saw Matt Patricia hitchhiking, would you pick him up?
Oh, let me go
J-Mo. Oh, okay, Luke G, go ahead.
Let me go first. I need to ask one question. Do he got on overalls? Because if he got on overalls and looking like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I think I'm gonna pass on that pickup. I don't know if I want to deal with that. I'm a little nervous. I feel like he can have that that I will kill you with an X look. So I will pass if he got on overalls.
Let's see. I would pick him up.
You would pick him up? Why is that, man? Tell us.
Because I need to, dude. I'm thinking far ahead. See, y'all ain't smart enough. I need to get these rocket scientists inputs. I need the equations, and I need to apply it to the stock market. What y'all doing? You gotta forget he a genius out here, man. You gotta get that information.
And I'm sure he's got some hella stories that would be fun, specifically college. Joseph Murdoch says, "Who gets the game ball, Noble? Who do you think gets it?"
Mr. TJ Hawkinson.
Ooh, I like it. So tell me why.
He gets the game ball because I think he's going to shred this defense into lemonade. No, I'm just playing.
He's gonna shred them into lemonade. I hear you.
He's going to freshly squeeze these guys. But definitely, man, I think Hawkinson is going to do something special, man. I think we really got a special guy in TJ Hawkinson. He's going to put every Detroit fan that was booing him and didn't want him to be a part of this team, he's going to let them know this is the reason why they draft me. This is the reason why I'm here, and I'm here to make my name known in the NFL. I'm here, baby. Mr. Hawk.
And if you look at Daryl Bevel's interview, you know, I got a Daryl Bevel and Pascalona interview out there, y'all. Shameless plug right here, 313 JMO. But Daryl Bevel said since Hawkinson has got there, he hasn't been acting like a rookie. Now, if you take what he says to what we see on the field, it makes sense. And I know Luke always brought up he was in a pro-style offense. He had his hand in the dirt. And that's what I'm telling you, man. TJ Hawkinson is just different. And the thing, my main thing is he's playing with a top 10 quarterback.
Right.
It's not like he's somewhere else. He's playing with a QB that's going to get him the ball.
Hey, J-Mo, that's something. I was just about to say something about that. What I noticed in the preseason is that Matthew Stafford didn't mind throwing the ball to TJ Hawkinson. Now that I think TJ Hawkinson is going to be that safety blanket that Golden Tate used to be for the Lions. Hawkinson is going to be that guy.
Oh,
I think that's going to be Danny Amendola, but Hawkinson is just, man, I don't know, because like on some of them plays that you're talking about, because I was just watching the preseason game yesterday, Hawkinson wasn't the only person open. I remember one time Galladay and Kenny and Marvin Jones was open, but he threw it to Hawkinson anyway. So I like that connection, man.
Luke G, man, I got one here for you from Ted Cheney. How many sacks, hits, and hurries on Kyler Murray?
Well, mobile quarterbacks generally generate more quarterback hurries and pressures because they constantly moving in anticipation that the pressure is getting close. So I'm going to give us 4 sacks this game, but quarterback hits, I'm going to give us 8. I think we're going to smack on him a little bit, especially when he take off and run. That's going to be the green light to tee off on him for us by the coach staff. Let him know, welcome to the NFL, young man. Stay in the pocket.
Hey, I think this is a great question we all should answer. Who has the best uniforms in the NFL? Off the top of my head, I'm just going to go with the Chiefs. I mean, red, my favorite color. I like the Chiefs uniforms. I always have.
The top uniforms?
Which the
color? Who has the best uniforms in the NFL?
He said that he liked the Chiefs. Chiefs. I like Chiefs.
I'm okay. I'm
like
going
Seattle.
I'm going. Hey, thank you. It got to be Seattle, man. It's got to be.
I like that green and that blue, man. Definitely.
Man. Yeah, see, I don't like green like that. So, what
unless it's money.
I mean, I like blue. I like blue notes. I like blue notes.
I like blue notes.
Mike, who you got with the best uniforms in the NFL?
Man, this is a tricky one. Obviously, I'd say Detroit, but I'm not going to do Detroit because that's my team. I do like the Atlanta Falcons uniform. It's very sleek. I like that red and black, and it just looks like something it'd be really cool to wear, and kind of newer style a little bit with the sleek Falcon they got. So I really like that uniform.
All right, no problem.
Do you see that comment right there, Mike? Where you see that comment from prior time?
Wow.
He said they're gonna need anxiety meds.
No, they are, man. Lions don't be keeping too. Only thing that keeps teams up at night was Calvin Johnson and Stafford, and then that was it. Then it was Sue. Then it was Stafford. Now it's about to be the D line. They're gonna be like, oh, they got Stafford. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Right.
We got, and that's something though, because we got a heavy rotation coming in of guys. Deshaun Hand, we got some guys on this team, man. On that
Well,
line.
he's still hurt.
So let me turn that question around. What's the worst uniform there is in the NFL?
Oh, this is easy for me. Lord,
Go ahead,
gee.
man.
And I'm a fan of this team. The new Tampa Bay Buccaneers uniform. What is this digital clock number stuff that they got going on?
I know you
New uniforms. Like I wish they go back to the popsicle orange at this point. That's how bad I hate the new ones, man.
I didn't mention the Broncos for favorite uniforms. I love their uniforms, but I think their division mate, the Raiders, have the most ugliest looking. I'm sorry, black and silver is the most basic looking stuff.
I don't know. That black and silver classic though.
Yeah, it's classic.
Yeah, it's classic, but it's
plain. Yeah, it's plain.
Ugly.
At least they can splice it up a little bit or something. You know,
it's classic, but it's ugly.
I don't like the Pittsburgh Steelers jail outfits. I don't like those.
Oh, I hate those.
Yeah, they're pretty raggedy.
Rich Law says Browns, but did you know that the Browns announced that they color rush uniforms are going to be their permanent uniforms?
Yeah, I love that brown color rush. I love that.
They saying the Packers and stuff and stuff like
that. You know what a uniform I don't like is the new New York Jets uniform. I think they're fairly ugly looking, and I don't know, man.
The green is nice, man.
I don't know, new uniform or not. They I'm sorry.
Yeah, the new ones.
I like the uniform. I just like the green. The green on it is not bad.
Yeah.
It's like Jacksonville Jaguars uniform kind of sucks as well too.
Yeah,
so,
I like the
Jaguars had nice uniforms. They changed it to this plain stuff now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Randy White has an amazing question. I can't believe we overlooked this. Which one of Bob Quinn draft picks will be a Hall of Famer?
Woo!
You heard it here first. You heard it here first from 313 J-Mo. His name is Jelani Tavai. I'll drop the mic.
Woo! Wee! I like you, man. Who knew?
And it's hard to be a linebacker and be a Hall of Famer. I want to point that out.
You got to be a beast.
Yeah, you got to be an absolute beast.
Who's a Hall of Famer, Noble? Who you got?
I'm gonna go Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay. Woo.
Kenny Galladay. Walking away.
Okay. Hey,
I'm gonna jump to something a little different, man. I'm gonna go with Frank Ragnow.
I knew you was gonna do that.
I think Frank Ragnow is gonna be a great center.
Me too. I agree with that Frank Ragnow. I'm on board with you, Mike.
Frank the Tank.
Frank
Carry on. Yeah, see, I wanted to be Kerryon Johnson, but I don't think he's going to be able to run the football enough to make the Hall of Fame as long as he's on this team. I'm just being honest.
Absolutely.
He's playing with Stafford. He's not going to be able to get those numbers, but
and his history of injuries is probably going to cut him short at some point. That's why they keep on, trying to rotate the running backs in. But if you go through and you look at most of the teams, like look at all the best teams who run the ball and do well. Even the Bears didn't get better till they found a legitimate center.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! I always bring up the Atlanta Falcons. They added Alex Mack, went straight to the freaking Super Bowl.
But don't just stop there. I mean, heck, the Patriots lost their center this year to IR for blood clots and went out and got another one, and then turned around. Go and look at the Saints. The Saints gave up Jimmy Graham.
And then they started making the playoffs.
They started making the playoffs. It's that important. The center is very important.
Mm-hmm. It's a very important part, and I think he has the ability to be a Hall of Famer as long as he stays healthy and everything.
Hey, Mike, you got the question of the day.
All right, man. The question of the day. Here's a question for Micro Mike: Biggie or Tupac? Oh my God!
Well, listen, I thought you were gonna take Stephen A. Smith question.
Man.
I thought you were gonna take Stephen A. Smith question, but you know what? This is easy for me. I know people gonna look at me like I'm crazy.
It's easy for me, and they gonna look at me like I'm crazy.
It's Biggie. Hands
down.
I'm
with Luke too. It's Biggie.
I'm not with Luke. I'm on the Pac side.
All right. What about you, Mike?
Oh man. The two GOATs, man. I listen to them a lot, and I'm gonna say Tupac, man. I really like Tupac. How he always had different types of songs. Like he did the one to his mom. He did an awesome song, and then
All Eyes on Me. classic.
All Eyes on Me, yeah, and then
Hey, man.
obviously
Hey,
the classic,
But you know
the
the
dick
argument.
song on Tupac.
Hey,
he
the
could've
Pac
got bigger
fans.
balls.
I hit
Hey,
him up.
the Tupac fans is in the chat, man. I know y'all Tupac fans. Nicholas Aaron speaks facts. Nas over both. Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm just saying. Listen, I'm just saying that.
He ain't speaking no facts.
Listen, you can't tell me nothing about Nas, man. I think Nas has got to be one of the most underrated to this day. Anybody who want to challenge me and tell me that Jay-Z beat him in that rap battle, we can go bar for bar and talk about it.
I have Nas as the greatest rapper of all time. That's just my.
Oh, you got that? Nas is my guy, but I don't got.
He's number one to me.
Look, you see, Lions Blood Inc. says Jay-Z better than man. No,
I got Jadakiss, man, top 5.
Okay, I know we just went over to a tangent. We gonna get back to football. El Kai Production says, "How is Biggie better?" He said, "Look, I'm gonna answer the question." He says, "How was Biggie better?" To me, Biggie had a better flow. He was more lyrical. He was a better rapper.
Yeah, he was a better rapper. And if you ask yourself the question, how many albums did Biggie drop, and he's in this conversation? Like, that's how much respect you had to give for that album. I mean, when he said my mama got cancer in her breast, don't ask me why I'm MF and stressed, that was hitting home for a lot of people. And you know, Kiki in the door, waving the fofo. So I can go all day about Biggie. But one of the questions I didn't want to skip, Mike, and I really wanted this. I think it's a very good question from Stephen A. Smith, which is, who should we root for tonight?
Oh man, who I'm rooting for is an asteroid. To go ahead. It's about time one fell somewhere in Chicago there by Soldier Field. No, I'm just telling you, the reason why I'm rooting for the Bears is the hype that the Packers get. I'm so tired of hearing about this insane hype that they think this team is, you know, the end-all be-all Super Bowl winning championship. And I want the NFL world to see them get destroyed and lose this game due to the Chicago Bears and put this team back in reality. They're so overhyped. It in my opinion, it's insane. It's insane.
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there because I think it would be better if the Packers won because they're the worst team. So you want the Bears to get as many losses as possible. And I know me and Luke, we both picked Chicago.
Yeah.
But it would be better if the Packers won because we know they're not going to be a good team. They're not going to be a good team. And you want like I said, you want the Bears to have as many losses as possible.
And you know why I picked Green Bay?
Why's that?
In the voice of Stephen A. Smith. He's a bad man.
All right, Noble. I'm gonna have to remove you from DSA now because you can't be saying that blasphemy. You cannot be saying that blasphemy, dog.
Wait, pause. Everybody pause. Now, Adam, know I love me some Adam, but Adam comes in and says, I'm gonna say Lil Baby. What? Gunna? Who?
Hey, Lil Baby.
Little Uzi Vert. What?
Oh man,
and
no,
Drake.
man, none of those.
No, Lil
Hey, Adam,
Uzi, no.
Adam,
I only agree with Lil Baby and Drake.
Adam, let me introduce you to the era when you had to actually say something. When you
guys rap, man.
Yeah. The reason we were talking about Biggie, Pac, and Nas is because they were lyricists. You wasn't allowed to just be in the back and be like, yeah. You weren't able to do that. You couldn't do that.
I said,
yeah.
That guy.
But again, though, look, Buff they'll say, "Look, Baby got bars, man." Y'all not finna play with me today.
Bars? Oh man,
hey, no, man. Have you even heard a Lil Baby song?
Yes,
hey,
man.
It's just like Lonzo Ball disrespecting Nas right now. Come on, man. No way.
No,
I don't even talk about that.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is this, people. We just did that for a little bit of fun, but trust me, man, rap conversations are really big, and I can tell you, when it comes to me, I'm a rap snob, like I'm a football snob. I literally like. We need to do a show. Hey, we gonna talk about that, J-Mo.
We do, man. I'm telling you, it would be it'd probably be more entertaining than the sports show.
I'm just saying.
That'd be crazy, man.
Now, General G Bay put somebody I like out there too, Larry. Cassidy is hilarious too. People don't realize
Cassidy. Oh my goodness! Don't get me started on Cassidy.
Marcus Willis says, "Hey Luke, have you ever listened to Benny Butcher?" No. If you were talking about Benny Siegel, I know him.
Yes,
but Benny the Butcher, I don't know. But go ahead, Mike. My apologies, man.
Folks, it is coming time to close the show out because we are all ready to watch Monday Night Football, in which
Yes,
the
sir.
kickoff is in 11 minutes. So we're going to cut this down. And so everyone can get and watch the NFC North showdown, and hopefully an asteroid falls on them. J-Mo,
Oh man,
what do you got to say?
we won't be able to play no more.
I gotta say, this has been a very, very exciting episode. Some different types of conversations. I think the Bears should win tonight, and I just expect. I'm just watching the game. Like I said, my eyes is on Mitch Trubisky, like glued to the screen. I'm praying with every fiber of my being and my heart and my soul to my Jesus. Please let Laquan Treadwell make the team over this Lacey. And that's about it. Wait, hold on, one more thing. I do got videos on Darrell Bevell and Paul Pasqualoni for the interview breakdown and my preview video for the Cardinals game. Make sure you guys check that out and subscribe to everyone that's Drew, that's Nomis, that's CA3 Sports Talk, that's Positively Detroit, and everybody else.
Absolutely, man.
Mike, really quick, my dad. I gotta point this out. Lions Blood Inc. says if we do a show, it should be called DSA Goes Hip Hop. Hey, I like that.
Hey, man.
I like that. I'm gonna write that down. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
I think it would be good because we would have the younger and the older generations. The conversations
together, bridging the gap, baby.
I tell you what, though, I like the older stuff though much better than the newer.
Me too.
Stuff,
I'm older.
So
I feel like it's
Ice Cube, man. I love that stuff there. Hey, Noble Sports, man, what you got to say to the folks?
What's up, people? You know what I'm saying? I want to just say good night, good morning. No, I'm just playing. But what's up, guys? I just want to say, man, thank you guys for coming out. You guys, without you, it's no us. We appreciate everybody that comes and represents with the DSA family. Make sure you guys also subscribe to each and every DSA member. Their descriptions will be below in the link. And also, I do have videos. I know you guys probably been seeing that I've been putting videos out on different NFL teams and things of that nature. Just a little rebranding. Going to be talking more exclusive about the NFL as a whole, as well as talking about my Detroit Lions. So do not be scared to click on the video and look at it. It's not just about the Lions. The Lions are not the only team in the NFL. There's other teams that we need to know about as well. So make sure you check that out.
Field General, tell the folks your last statement.
Hey, man, just want to appreciate all y'all for showing up in force. We got 74 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down. Appreciate that. And I know we have more than 74 people in this chat, man. That's awesome. Appreciate y'all coming through, having fun with us. Even when we went off topic with some little bit of rap, that was cool. Also, I do got videos coming out really soon, but I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about us having this movement to get our DSA members subs up. Tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their parents to tell their parents to go and subscribe so they don't miss any of this Detroit sports love that is going to be handed out here. It's going to be strictly unbiased. If they're not doing good, you're going to hear a different show. But when it's the off season, we're going to treat it like such. Everybody's 0-0. And just want to make sure that you guys understand that, you know, as long as you're rocking with us, we're going to rock with you and work our hardest to give you the best, unbiased, unfiltered, most raw media we can. So there's no guesswork at all for you gentlemen. And with that being said, don't be no chump. Please make sure you subscribe to the DSA.
You didn't get me there that time. You did last time, but not this time. I was waiting for it. Folks, if you have not subscribed to Micro Mike, hashtag he's a cool guy, do so. Obviously, 313 JMO, who brings the pain when it comes to facts. Obviously, Luke G and Noble Sports as well, because they are the founders of this bad boy. Also, I'm at 750 subs, folks. If you want me to get out better content, I need to get to 1,000 because then I can do community posts and it gives me the ability to stream from my cell phone and other things that I currently cannot do. Yeah. Help me get there. Help me get there.
That's right.
That'd be really, really cool. Also, Sunday, I'm going to live stream the game and do play-by-play like I did in preseasons. So if you want to hear the game, if you're unable to watch it, make sure you jump on my channel because I will do play-by-play and I will be hyper-micro for you. Shoot, I'll have the popcorn in me and be microwave. So, and we'll get that thing popping. With that said, folks, let's enjoy the game tonight, man. And NFL's here, folks. It is here.
Let's
get it.
Yes, let's get it.
Adios.
Yep.